Hey everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker, and welcome to a special video, another special video starring my Soundcraft Signature 16. You know, there's not too many videos about the Signature series. I really thought this series of consoles was really going to take off into the limelight, especially, with small churches, bands, little club installations. But, some people have them, but most of the videos that I watched have been in studio applications. And you can kind of tell that they designed this series for studio applications, in a sense. But, it's also still good for the live work. And I, personally, I use both analog and digital consoles. And both have their advantages and both have their disadvantages. But, I never overshadow one tool for another. And so I still like analog gear. I love how it sounds. I mean, you can't try to reproduce it when you have the real thing. Let's just put it like that. And so this is the real thing, and it's a great analog console. But I'm not really going to do a review on the console this time. I'm just going to do an effects test. And it's just going to be a simple effects test. And I'm going to be using this internal Lexicon effects processor. This is a single engine on the Soundcraft Signature 16. And we're just going to go through all of the effects so you can hear how each one of them sounds. Now, I'm not a musician. I don't have an instrument in front of me. It's just me and an SM58 microphone. And also some EQ done on the Soundcraft. I just cut a little 400 and just cut out a little 2K for this circumstance so I don't sound so brassy. Everything else, the highs and the lows are set flat. Just those slight cuts on 400 and 2K. So let's go. We're just going to do the reverb and then the delay and mod section. What these knobs up here do kind of change the size of the room for the reverb. So that blue knob above the reverb light, that just changes the size of the room. On kind of the characteristics sound-wise of the reverb, if you turn it fully to the right, it adds more highs. If you turn it fully to the left, it kind of sounds like you're kind of in a small room or it has more low, mid, low frequencies. For the delay and modification, if you turn it fully to the right, the delay gets very slow. If you turn it to the left, it gets very fast. And it also adjusts the richness of the tremolo and chorus effects when we get to that. So let's go. Let's do it. So this is reverb. The room reverb. So I'll let you hear that again. So here's the room reverb. Not bad. My effects return here is set at Unity, so you can get a pretty good idea of what this effect sounds like through your headphones or speakers. So, not bad for room reverb. Pretty good. So this is the knob fully turned to the right, clockwise or counterclockwise. I can't really tell the difference anymore. But this is fully to the right. Adds a little bit more highs, makes the room feel bigger. And this is to the left, kind of like I'm in like a cave or something, or somebody's attic. This is back to the middle. Now it's in the middle. All right, the next effect that we have here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. The next effect is the plate reverb. So let's hear how plate reverb is. Check. 1, 2. Yeah, plate reverb. Very spacious. A little bit more than the room reverb, obviously. Check. Check. That's fully to the right. Check. To the left. Very spacious sounding reverb. It's a very wide reverb that you can use on some vocals. This is the room modification reverb. So this kind of has like a little light chorus effect, I guess you could say, for vocals. But it's kind of still a room type reverb effect. Check 1, 2. So I don't know if you can kind of hear this swirly sound in the background, but that's what the modification is. Check, check. This is a lot of mod. Check, check. And this is just a little bit of mod. But that effect is pretty good for vocals. Different things like that. It's a pretty wide and spacious effect. The next one is plate mod. So this is a plate reverb with a slight kind of swirly vocal modification, you know, for vocals. Check. 1, 2. Yeah. 2. Yeah. Check. 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 Seems like you get a little bit more modification on the plate one than you do the hall one, but there you go. You know, for vocals, not bad. You know, if I could sing, this would be fantastic, but I can't. So I'm sorry about that. The next one is spring reverb. This is your kind of, you know, classic guitar or, you know, 1960s, 1950s reverb sound that everybody once again wants to try to reproduce. So here it is. Check. I hate this reverb. But here you go. Check. Check. I hate spring reverb, but there it is. And be careful with spring reverb on vocals. It can kind of get you in some big doo-doo with feedback. Just let you know, But it's still a good effect, a good reproduction of the effect. You know, very luscious, very rich. So what's next? The next one is a gated reverb. This one is pretty interesting. So they kind of put like a gate on the reverb, and then you can control the size of the gate with the parameter knob above the reverb section up there. So here we go. This is gated reverb. All right, check. 1, 2. So it sounds like I'm in a gate. It's basically just like using a gate on drums. You know, it just shuts after you get done talking. Same thing with the gated reverb. It shuts off as soon as you're done talking. Or you can make a long gate that kind of holds itself out a little bit. Check. 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 Well, I guess you can't control the size of the gate. You can control, you know, if it has more highs or if it kind of sounds more intimate, but you can't really control the size of it. So, you know, whatever. That's one thing to note, I guess, if you're using gated reverb. Okay, the next one for reverb is hall and chorus. Hall and chorus, I guess you could say, is another good one for vocals, or you could use it on some instruments, maybe a piano, electric piano, different things like that. So I'll let you hear that. Check. 1, 2. Check. 2. Check. Check. Not bad. You can find some creative methods to use that one. The next one is another hall and mod thing. So, no, this is not hall and mod. This is actually plate and chorus. So it's a plate reverb with a light chorus effect. Check. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not going to play with the knob on this one because the knob basically does the same thing. Adds more highs or makes the room or the reverb sound more close to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh, I hope I'm not getting you bored. And more intimate. So that's about it. All right, the next one is a hall reverb with a delay. Check. Whoa, this is big. Sounds like you're in a cave or something. Check. 2. Check. 2. 1. Interesting. The next one is, well, you guessed it, plate and delay. Check. 1, 2, 2. Check. Check, 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 check. I can't stand that. All right, what's next? This last one for the reverb column is called slap. It's basically kind of like a karaoke echo effect. At least that's what's in the parentheses. But it's kind of like a slap back effect here. Check. 1, 2. Check. Somebody probably got some ideas right there for what I just did. You're free to take that idea. Check. Check. 1, 2. Short slap. Good for your rockabilly guitars and other kind of country things. Great. I want to do that other thing one more time though. That was fun. Yeah. God, I love that. And I'm going to love the next section, too. The next section is the delay and mod section. So these are your choruses, your tremolos, your vibratos, and your delays. So let's go through that. Boy, if you thought I had fun there, just wait until you hear these delays. All right, the first effect on the delay side is the 8-second delay. So it's just a simple, classic delay for 8 seconds. Check, 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 check. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Before I start having fun, when you adjust the parameter knob, I already said that, it kind of makes the delay faster or slower. So this is a slow delay. Slow delay. This is a slow delay. Check. 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 All right. All right. Fast delay. Very fast delay, actually. You know, this gives you some good ideas for guitars, you know, or even a vocal, even trying this. All right, next. All right, next. All right, next. All right, this next effect on the delay side is a delay modification. So it kind of has a light mod, vocal mod on it, as well as the delay. Check, 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 check. Kind of gives you like a stereo effect. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Man. I love that. Love that. All right, delay. Delay. So this is making it faster now, fully clockwise. Counterclock. Fully turn to the right. All right, yeah, that's better. Check. 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 All right, that made it slower. Slower. Check. 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 Nice ping pong delay that we got going there. got going there. Oh yeah. If I keep playing with this delay, we'll never get through the whole thing. All right, let's go on. So that's what that was. This next one is called tape. So this is a delay, but the after effect of the delay is kind of similar to the sound of a kind of low quality cassette tape. So when you hear my delay, it'll kind of sound like an old cassette. So here we go. Check. 1 1 1 2 2. Check. Check. 1 2 1 2. That one's pretty cool, and this next one's pretty cool too. Next one is lo-fi. Lo-fi is another delay, but when you hear it, or after you hear, my original voice, and it goes off into the delay, it'll kind of sound like a low-quality tape player, or no, not tape player, but stereo. A lo-fi stereo, with a lot of high mids, that kind of stuff. So that's what this is right here. Check. Very interesting. Check. That one's a pretty interesting one. Studio chorus. For your keyboards, for your acoustic guitars, for your electric guitars. Heck, if you even want to put a vocal on it, it would. I don't know how that would sound, but you could. Probably not recommended because you would have to crank it so high. But anyway, stereo chorus, basically just a simple, light chorus effect. Check 1 2. So yeah, I hope you can hear that. It's pretty nice, pretty spacious. Spacious and luscious. I love it. All right, here it is again. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. If you turn it to the right, that makes it more spacious and luscious. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. If you turn it to the left, that kind of makes it more tight, and controlled. Next one is called modern chorus. This is basically just a richer chorus effect. Kind of gives it like a boost in like the width or the depth of the chorus. I can't remember exactly which one it's a boost in, but it makes the chorus more obvious. So here it is. Check. Here's more of it and less of it. Like I said, great for keys, guitars, and whatever your mind can discover it to be for as well. Tremolo. Not really suitable for vocals, but for guitars it sounds pretty good. So here it is. Yo. I'm probably going to have to turn this one up a little bit more so you can hear it. Check. There we go. Yeah, let's not do that for too long. I may be annoyed by the end of this video. Okay, so next is Rotary. This is kind of a simulation of a rotary speaker, for guitars. So this is what this is. Check 1 2. It kind of puts it in stereo, but not completely. But it kind of is in stereo. Not bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Next one is my laundry's done. Next one is Vibrato. Once again, guitars, Fenders. Almost every classic Fender amp had this as a built-in effect on there, a vibrato effect. And it was awesome. So let's see how Lexicon tried to give us that here on the console. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. There you go. You can hear a lot of it. Check. Not bad. The next one is called Vibrato. So I'm guessing this is kind of a stereo variation of the vibrato effect. Check 1 2. Yes, it is stereo version of it. Oh yeah. The last effect on the modification / delay side is phasure. Obviously, once again for your keyboards, your vintage keyboards, vintage electric keyboards and guitars, obviously that's what this is for. So here is phasure. Yeah. Check 1 2. I guess you could get some pretty creative ideas if you used it on a vocal, but you'll be fighting with the 2 kilohertz right now. I'm just going to tell you that if you try to use this on a vocal. Good luck to you. But, it can lead to some pretty creative material if you do. Check 1 2. Yeah. Hey, Mr. DJ. Put a record on. I want to dance with my baby. Name that song. Or name where that introduction was from to a song. If you can't get it, you really need to listen to more classic music, I'm telling you. You need to be like me and just do everything in the classic way. And, well, that's all the effects on the Lexicon unit for this awesome Soundcraft Signature 16 console. It's great. I don't really use much effects live. But, then again, I haven't used effects live before. I've never had an external effects processor with my other mixing consoles. So to have this one built in, and to start, getting creative and experimenting with it, it'll be interesting to see how some of these effects, at least the reverbs and the delays, how they sound on vocals live or on, a keyboard or something. But it'll be pretty fun. It'll be pretty interesting and fun. So thank you for sticking it out with me the whole time, if you stuck it out with me the whole time. And catch a full review on this board probably later on this summer. It'll be great. Thanks for watching.